welcome back to Boring Reviews.
Boring Land.
Oh, just kidding.
Blasphemer!
Hello,
right.
Boring Review Nation!
Kind of pointless.
We know all things. Hello, Boring Review Nation, Gabe, and I'm here to bring you guys another installment of Throwback Thursdays. All right, this is our Christmas edition. Instead of reviewing just one film, I'm gonna do something special today. I'm gonna give you a quick synopsis, a quick rundown of the top 5 Christmas films that me and my family enjoy of all time. Now, this isn't gonna be the definitive list. Your list may be different than mine, but these are the top 5 films you can find on TV, usually free during the holiday season. And these are just movies that are endearing to me. You know what I mean? We'll put them on in the background as we're cooking, cleaning, wrapping presents, running errands. So if you find yourself, with some time on your hands, check out one of these films. Let me know what you think. All right. Now, I'm going to go down, because my countdown is going to go from 5 to 1. Number 5, we have A Christmas Story. This is an old film, 1983. It stars Peter Bingsley, Melinda Dillon, and Darren McCaven. And honestly, it's a story about this kid who wants this rifle. It's called the Red Rifle. He keeps coming up with all these scenarios about how he's going to trick his parents into buying the rifle for him. His mom said no, because you'll shoot your eye out, kid. And a whole bunch of hilarious things happen. There's some bullies at the school. There's this one scene that's super funny that till this day, I'm not sure if it's true, where they dare his friend. They keep saying, if you put your tongue on a metal post, this is back east, so there's snowing a lot, and the post is frozen, your tongue will stick to it. So they have one of the kids do it. The ambulance has to come with the firemen to get them off. So it's just a lot of fun, a lot of clean fun in there. And I think you'll absolutely enjoy A Christmas Story. It's probably our oldest film. It is the oldest film on this list, okay? Number 4. Number 4 is always tough for me, but I got to go with Home Alone, all right? I'm a huge Macaulay Culkin fan. I love 1 better than 2. But Home Alone, you got Macaulay Culkin, you got Joe Pesci. This is a 1990 film along with Daniel Stern, and basically a kid gets left at home. Their parents are vacationing to Europe somehow for Christmas. They get left. There's a whole bunch of a series of events that happen. How they forget him at home. He has to defend his house against these robbers on Christmas Eve, and it's just a whole bunch of fun. He turns his house into a death trap. I will say, I remember watching this when I was a kid and thinking I could do a lot of these things. Absolutely can't happen. So make sure when you watch it with your younger ones, they understand this is just a movie, okay? But that is Home Alone, and that's number 4 on the list. All right, next up, one of my favorite films of all time, The Elf. The Elf. This is number 3. You have Will Ferrell on here, who's playing Buddy the Elf. Buddy the Elf is a baby that actually snuck into Santa's bag one Christmas at an orphanage and ended up at the North Pole. He grows up with elves thinking he is an elf, and lo and behold, he's not an elf. And eventually he finds out as he gets older, he's like 6'3", 6'4", whatever Will Ferrell is, and everybody else, again, are elves. So now he has to venture into the city, New York City, to find his real father and his family and meet up with them. And a whole bunch of funny stuff happens. Again, it stars Will Ferrell, a young Zooey Deschanel. I've always loved her eyes. She's from the show New Girl. Zooey Deschanel is really great in this movie as well. She plays a love interest. And The Elf, again, 2003 film. It's the most modern film on our list. If you've never seen The Elf, you have to check it out. It is absolutely hilarious. That's number 3. Number 2 on my list. Oh, it's always so hard between 2 and 1. I go back and forth, but it's Die Hard, people. That's right. Die Hard. Bruce Willis, 1988 film. Welcome to the party, pal. Yippee-ki-yay. I mean, so many iconic lines came out of this movie. You got and a lot of people, first and foremost, if you're even asking yourself, is this a Christmas movie? Yes, it is a Christmas movie. It takes place during Christmas. He goes to LA to visit his estranged wife. They're separated, and he's trying to patch things up together. He goes to meet her at Nakatomi Plaza, where she's working now for this big multinational corporation. And kidnappers or terrorists take over the building. I'll let you decide when you watch it. And he's a cop from New York, so he's trying to defend, all the people. And this movie is so much fun. This is what made Bruce Willis an action star. You gotta check out Die Hard. Oh, it's awesome. I watch it every year during Christmas time. That's once again Die Hard. Last but not least, my favorite go-to Christmas movie of the year. I've already watched like 3 times this year. National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, 1989 film. This movie stars Chevy Chase, a young Juliette Lewis. It is absolutely hilarious. I tell you what, man. Some of the characters in this film, Uncle Eddie, played by Randy Quaid, is probably my favorite character in this film. He's got some of the iconic lines. I love Uncle Eddie when it comes. There's a scene there where he lives in a mobile home, in a trailer home, and in the morning he's emptying out his bathroom because it was full right into the sewage drain, and the neighbors are all looking at him like he's crazy because he's out there in a pajama, Christmas morning or Christmas Eve morning. It's just hilarious, man. There's so many fun things that happens in this movie. Basically, Chevy Chase has always wanted to host a big Christmas at his house, so he gets his in-laws to come in, his parents come in, his uncle and aunt comes in, uninvited Uncle Eddie's, his wife, and their kids end up coming over. So he's got a house full of family. Mind you, he's got his own wife and 2 kids. And I think it's my favorite movie because it just shows you the madness of what happens when you get a lot of people together for Christmas. But ultimately, we all love each other. So even though we may drive each other crazy, it's well worth, the hours of cooking and hours or the uncomfortability of having to share rooms, or just all the things that come along with having a big Christmas like that. It's funny. They call my father-in-law Mr. Griswold, Clark Griswold, because he was notorious for putting up all the crazy lights. That's actually where they got it from. This scene here in this film where he puts up a whole bunch of lights, and it drains so much power that they have to turn on the nuclear auxiliary power in the city that they live in. But man, Christmas Vacation is one of my favorites. It's actually the 3rd in the installment of all the National Lampoon Vacation movies. In my opinion, it's the best. Check it out. Again, man, that's my top 5 list, guys. I just wanted to give you guys a quick impromptu video. Some notable favorites: Home Alone 2. I didn't mention, you can't get them all in there, but Home Alone 2 is definitely one of my favorites. As a kid, I thought about putting an animated one, but I don't want too many animated films anymore. But How the Grinch Stole Christmas, that's a really good one. Yeah. And what's another one? The Polar Express. Polar Express is another good one. Let me know if my list is close to your list. If you have anything on the list that I might have missed, even on my notables, I don't know, throw it on there. Maybe this will be something I'll catch this year. But as always, you guys know the deal. Same bat time, same bat channel. Peace.